Le passé récent is the easiest past tense in the French language, and it's also a very useful one. In this video, I will go over when it's used, how it's conjugated, reflexive verbs, and using imparfait. So when is le passé récent used? I just finished work. I just had dinner. I just called her. She just left. He just arrived. These are examples of when we would use le passé récent in French. When you want to say that you have just done something, you will use le passé récent. Let's consider this timeline with the present in the middle, the future on the right, and the past on the left. The passé récent will be placed just on the left of the present and is used to describe something that happened shortly before the present moment or the moment of speaking. So how do we conjugate le passé récent? The formula to conjugate verbs in the passé récent is relatively simple. Take your subject, add the verb venir conjugated in the present tense plus de, and add your action verb in its infinitive form, also known as its unconjugated form. Let's see an example. Je viens de rentrer. I just got home. In order to be comfortable using le passé récent, you need to know the conjugation of the irregular verb venir in the present tense. Je viens, tu viens, il, elle, on vient, nous venons, vous venez, ils, elles viennent. With that base, you simply need to add de plus the action verb in its infinitive form. Here are some examples. Je viens de manger un sandwich. I just ate a sandwich. Il vient de quitter la maison. He just left the house. Elles viennent de terminer le repas. They just finished their meal. Just a small note, whenever your action verb starts with a vowel or a mute H, you need to contract the D to become D apostrophe. For example, il vient d'acheter un vélo. He just bought a bicycle. Or, je viens d'arriver à la gare. I just got to the train station. Let's see some reflexive verbs. Reflexive verbs can be identified with the word se in front, such as se réveiller, s'habiller, se laver, se raser, s'asseoir. Conjugating reflexive verbs in le passé récent uses the same formula, but you also need to add the correct reflexive pronoun into the mix. Me for je, te for tu, se for il, elle, on, nous for nous, vous for vous, ce for il, elle, plural. Remember, if the infinitive verb starts with a vowel or a mute H, you need to contract the pronouns for je, tu, il, elle, on, and il, elle, plural to become M apostrophe, T apostrophe, and S apostrophe. Here's how the reflexive verb se raser would be conjugated. Je viens de me raser, tu viens de te raser, il, elle, on vient de se raser, nous venons de nous raser, vous venez de vous raser, ils, elles viennent de se raser. As you can see, the reflexive pronoun is sandwiched between the de and the action verb in its infinitive form. Using l'imparfait in the passé récent. We can also use l'imparfait in the passé récent to say that someone had just done something when something else happened. For example, il venait de rentrer quand le téléphone a sonné, which means he had just gotten home when the phone rang. For this, you need to know the conjugation of venir in imparfait. Je venais, tu venais, il, elle, on venait, nous venions, vous veniez, il, elle venait. Then, you simply need to add de plus the action verb in its infinitive form. That's all for the passé récent. Keep practicing.